Yeah.
Everyone make sure your phones are on silent.
Oh yeah,
My phone's always on silent.
My phone is not, so.
Welcome back, gamers and girls. Bro, I was thinking about it, and we should stop. We should just eliminate gender, and instead, just say gender is irrelevant.
Okay. Step 1. You sound like you have a step 2.
Step 2 is,
cut a hole in a box.
and then step 3 is put my dick in that box.
Yeah.
Yes.
2008.
Everyone can have a penis. If
All
they
right.
want to.
Well, if you recall, you got your shit rocked twice, and you lost everything.
Oh, I recall.
Oh yeah,
So.
yeah. Didn't you lose to like the easiest boss in the game?
Yes, I did.
Just letting you know, if you ever need like Big Brother to come in and suck off your girl for you, you know, like
Finish the job.
Sorry, brother.
just April did it for me already. So
Is there a dab pose in this game? I know there are many poses you can strike.
I
I don't think there's a dab.
was gonna say yes and think of a joke, but I couldn't, so I didn't.
No!
You gotta be fucking with me. Are you
That's
serious?
so
I'm not in
funny.
charge. Oh. Oh God.
Oh no, the battery. The battery, it's lost control. Oh no, my character is just running into the enemy. Help! 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 He's
It's
gonna
not,
die!
dude. You have control,
Help! You're making me die!
bro. Stop!
April, hurry!
Stop, dude. You probably have souls somewhere else.
Okay, pause it. Just
Don't help! You can't pause in this. It's an online game,
That is
Mom.
true. You can't pause.
Just fucking give me a controller.
You can't achieve anything until you've lost everything.
I'm pretty sure Roman Polanski said that.
No, it was Fight Club. Stop. Stop, I'm not him.
Holy shit,
I'm
dude.
pretty
We're
sure that-
covering everything
I'm
today.
pretty sure that was his line
Yo.
in Rush Hour 3.
Bro, speaking of Roman Polanski, I kind of have a funny story.
That's not
No.
off to a good
No.
start.
Dude, so I got sent this video.
Yeah.
No!
I got sent this video. You know, like To Catch a Predator.
I've heard of it, yeah.
So there's this guy who like does that sort of thing, but for one of our local counties.
Oh, yeah, I know about that guy.
And there's this dude. I mean, maybe there's this dude who was on an episode of it. I mean, like he was like a funny guy, you know. Like we would like.
Right.
He did say so. Like there was some weird moments, you know. Like me and I'll just fucking John. He wouldn't care if I said his name.
That's fine.
And regardless, me and John would like meme with him, you know, and like he would always be like, "Oh, I love when you boys wear your flannels."
Oh, no.
But like it was like a meme, I thought, but maybe it wasn't.
It doesn't sound like it was. Also, that stuff is so morally ambiguous to me.
It is.
Like, because, right, the two
Nice
sides, the two portions of that discussion is like, okay, well, first off, the implication is that this person is going to this place or to this house to engage in some kind of sexual relations with someone under the age of 18,
Yes.
which is not good, and
Right.
that's bad, and that shouldn't happen, right?
Yes.
So if that's stopped from happening, cool. I think my problem is that twofold. Like the other side is that
What just
one,
happened?
you got fucked up
Oh,
again
grabbed
by these
me.
guys.
Yeah.
Also, you should probably go to get more blood vials before you fight these guys again.
But those guys give you 3 each.
Yeah, if you beat them. Oh,
Well, the issue is
Stop.
I just need to fight one at once. I don't know. I guess I'll just try and draw.
It's hard to
No, just-
stone them.
yeah.
Well,
Also,
yeah.
just go through the other place because you'll get more blood vials that way than just trying to defeat them and dying. But anyway, so
Continue, yes.
the one side or the other side is first of all exploiting these people for some form of content. Right? Like people who do this don't often stay quiet about it. They either have a series where they are constantly showing it off or they constantly talk about the fact that they do it.
Yes.
So like it's not some kind of vigilante. It'd be the equivalent of Bruce Wayne going around and being like, "Man, Batman is so fucking cool, dude. I would love to meet Batman," you know?
Right.
Well, I think more accurately, he would probably say like, "Oh, that Batman, what an asshole."
No, I don't think it, because like these people love themselves for doing it. They think that they're really cool for doing this.
Yeah, and I'd almost argue that this dude is like even like worse off than like Chris Hansen because he doesn't like get the police involved or anything. He purely does it for the channel.
Yeah.
For like his YouTube channel. And like it's like I guess it's like like whatever. You're right. It's so
it's complicated.
It's so two-sided. And I would almost think the best way to do it would be to do it without filming or like with filming but only to like report them and not to like post it anywhere for clout.
What's your opinion of the entrapment argument?
I mean, I think it's pretty real. I mean, the thing is, this is equivalent. I'm trying to think of what's the political equivalent I can make without getting super political. It's like this sort of acting is very superhero-esque to where it makes you feel real big that you did it, but it doesn't actually fix anything.
Right.
Like, because, I don't know, one time I watched a lot of Chris Hansen because I was feeling very conflicted about it. And so I burned through a lot of his content to try and, like, figure it out for myself. And there was one time where the person that Chris Hansen had on said that he watched Chris Hansen.
I thought you were real funny on Opie and Anthony.
Oh, you listened to me on Opie and Anthony?
Can I honestly tell you something?
Yeah,
I almost think in the back of my mind that I almost wanted this to happen.
That happens more than you'd think on that show.
Right.
And there are a lot of people.
Like, they knew that it was happening in the area, but they still did it.
Yeah.
And so that means...
Do they stay in one area for, like, a period of time?
Yeah, for, like a week or something. Like, and then they move on.
Well, I can feel like they... Well, in that... Well, sorry to interrupt, but I don't think they would realize because I feel like in that case, like... You know, the show would have had to have aired for them to know it was in the area, right?
But some of them, like, specifically mentioned that they knew that they were in the area.
Oh.
I believe that's true. And if that's not true, then people say that they do watch the show.
Yeah.
So the show doesn't act as a deterrent. Like, it obviously doesn't stop people from doing it.
Right.
So what are you doing? Like, you're not actually stopping people from taking advantage. Like, you aren't stopping every single person who's engaging in this activity. You are,
yeah, that's what it is. It's specific.
Right. So wouldn't it make more sense to have your efforts be focused on, like, helping deal with pedophilia or helping, like understand and, I don't want to say treat, but, like, deal with that function that some people have, like... rather than just getting this moderate, like, euphoria from entrapping a pedophile and ruining their life for a moment.
No, don't deal with the root of the problem. Build the wall.
Oh.
Keep it in. Keep it in.
Bodied.
Fucking crunched.
I'm going to assume that they are all pedophiles, and so I'm doing God's work by murdering them to death.
Why don't you have a seat down over here?
Why don't you have a seat? Oh, fuck.
What did you mean by, and I want to pick you up and throw you around like a football?
God, I thought she was small, not young.
Here, why don't you have a seat right here? There you go.
Damn.
It's not entrapment.
We should get Chris Hansen on our podcast.
We don't have one, and I want to, though.
I'm glad we're in agreement.
I think I would be really interested to hear what he has to say about that, right?
Yeah, I'd say he's probably like my number 5 pick for our podcast that we don't have. Number 1 still being the guy who voice acts Raw in Smite.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I agree. My number 2 is David Lynch.
My number... Oh, yeah, David Lynch would
easily.
be a great one.
I want to ask him why there's no band.
Oh, dude, asking David Lynch a question about a film and having him tell me no would be the equivalent to me coming.
He'll go back to college. Well, we don't know. That's the thing about the film. It starts and then it ends. Eraserhead is my most spiritual film.
Mm-hmm. We'll elaborate on that.
No, I won't.
Oh, yeah, no.
I ought to be honest. Intellectually, it would be an orgasm.
You know, I assumed it was a given that I didn't want an answer when I asked him that. I just wanted the thrill of being told no.
I hate how girls value sexual stimulus more than intellectual stimulus. I'd have all the ladies if they cared about conversation as much as they care about poon. I'm just kidding.
They only care about my tiny cock and balls and not my big brain head.
Yes, that is why it's small, because all the blood has to be used for my brain. That's why I can't get hard. Not it doesn't have deeper
It's
meaning.
really good.
All women should go to prison. Real prison, not lady prison.
Yeah. Gamer prison.
Gamer prison. Gamer prison.
Here,
Here, can I tell you something? Do you know what gamer prison is? Society.
Oh.
You know what gamer prison is? You know what gamer prison is? A step out your front door, okay?
You know what gamer prison is? When I go outside every day and people look at me like I'm not the same as them.
I just don't want to be perceived. Yo, I was reading this thing, actually. It's very interesting. There's like a I don't even know, like a phenomenon. Maybe it's a phenomenon. I don't know. I was on fucking Reddit. But like people were talking about how like a more common thing is specifically older men just kind of having a job, like, you know, having enough money to live, and the rest of their life being devoted, and they're not even being weird about it, to just living in like a man cave and playing games, but like, you know, surviving, paying their bills, and not wanting like a family or like social interaction.
Yeah.
And I wonder, is there a way to do that? Is it, I mean, for me, it sounds sad, but if someone is truly happy doing that, like, can someone be truly happy doing that? Can someone want that?
So I think the big part of this, because this is actually an issue in Japan from what I understand, is that they have a very low birth rate at the moment, and it's because more and more people are like not engaging in like actual dating.
I have
or
heard about
intercourse.
that. Yeah.
Oh, is that a fact?
Yes. There's a very big difference between happiness and fulfillment, right?
Oh yes.
Like, God, okay, you know
Yes!
what?
Yes!
But
No, it was genuine.
I know, I appreciate it. Like, someone that's why like like people who do that are probably happy, but that's why you can't judge a life based on happiness, because like what makes someone happy is subjective, but like fulfillment is a bit more concrete. Where like I think people can be happy doing that sort of stuff, but like, you know, to what level are you personally fulfilling your life if you're just not growing?
Well, here's a question, just for thought on that. In that vein, is like, I know I personally, and I know you guys do as well, find fulfillment in consuming art, right?
Sure, yeah.
I would say, oh, this is where the fucking secret area is, I think. I would say to the extent that I feel fulfilled. I don't know if ultimate fulfillment, like if we're going like that's all I would need, but it is fulfilling. That's
right.
Do that.
So like,
do I want to go there yet? No, because I do want to fight I do want to fight cleric.
So like, if the games you are playing are art, could you find fulfillment from like? Because at least for certain games, I find a lot of fulfillment in experiencing them.
No, yeah, that's a good point. And I do agree that I think you can get fulfillment out of it, but I think the big trick about fulfillment is that it's like, it doesn't come from just one place.
Absolutely.
Like, it's a very varied thing. Yeah. Like, you participate in a lot of different things to be able to really experience life and to feel like happy with yourself, at least in my case.
I agree.
And so to narrow yourself down to one art form and to a few specific games, I just feel like I don't know why you would do it. I guess
I agree with you. I 100%. Do you just in the vein of like games and art?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this recently. Like games that are purely competitive are more in line with something like chess, right? And would you call chess art? Just yeah, I actually don't know where I even stand on it. Like I just don't know.
I mean, I personally think like the game of chess is definitely a game of art in my opinion. The problem is I know people disagree with me on this. I consider quite a lot of things to be art.
Me too.
Like
me too.
It is more uncommon for me to think something isn't art than it is.
Interesting.
Just because, like, if something is created from, like, a human's creativity and intelligence, I consider that art. Like, that's pretty baseline. Like, if it was created from, like, the space inside your head into the physical world, I feel like that is generally art. Even if it's not good. Like, art
Right,
can be
true.
bad,
Yeah, I agree.
but it doesn't make it not art.
That's how I feel about Piss Christ. I don't.
Weren't you just saying the other day, why do we have to keep talking about Piss Christ? Can't we talk about anything else?
Well, no, because the thing is like it's interesting. Because I guess, well, I think a big part of it is people, or I don't know if people say this. I don't know. Like, is Piss Christ art? Yes. Is it good art? I don't fucking know. I think the statement it says is pretty like, I don't know how deep it is. He put Christ in piss. Is it just to get it? I don't know.
Well, because I think, because for a lot of people, calling
art, though.
something art is a distinct thing, and in some cases, like, seen as a positive thing, right?
It's one of those words that have connotations.
Yes.
Like saying, like, that's artful, or there's an art to it.
Yeah,
Right.
like art music. You know?
Oh,
What?
no.
I did something wrong. I shouldn't have drawn him off. I'm scared. Okay.
Uh-oh, FromSoft is a bad game developer.
FromSoft's canceled.
This
I'm
is
telling
basically
Twitter.
just
Telling
Cyberpunk.
Twitter.com.
Miyazaki?
Because I think in places where art is not, like, routinely discussed and engaged with, that's considered a neutrally positive thing. So, like, when people call something art, it's assumed to be positive, but I just don't think that's true. Like, Fred Durst makes art. I'm not happy about it. And I wish he would fucking stop. I wish he
Hey.
never did anything.
Hey,
However,
be nice to the Durst.
it is the
Be nice
Durst.
to the director of The Fanatic, starring John Travolta as an autistic person.
You're really not gonna let him forget that, are you?
I just, oh god, it's so bad. I can't believe they did that.
You should go back to the Hunter's Dream now, by the way.
I was thinking of it, but I don't know if I should, like, maybe kill a brick
You might
troll
be
or
able
two.
to. Oh, maybe.
'Cause there's those
the
ones
two-
outside the house.
Did you not kill the trolls?
Yeah, outside the house.
the
two
downstairs.
Yeah, no, I want to
Yeah.
I want to get even more blood.
Yeah, you should have minimum 20.
Because you could buy some then with your
Yeah.
remaining after a level.
Though you should probably
I should
just,
buy them first.
I mean, you should honestly probably level up.
Well, yes,
I
you
will
should
level
level
up
up
and-
as
because
much as you can first.
You are a weak little fuck.
And maybe even level your weapon. Not
Yeah.
a bad
Oh,
shot.
because I have the chunk. Yeah.
You're full
Or
of
you have
chunks.
the
Yeah.
shard.
Also, good job on beating those two.
Thank you.
You
I
never have yet.
I literally
so.
drew the one, like, all the way. Where the fuck is the house? Oh, I guess go down here.
Yeah, you can go either way. No, wait.
Yeah, I've disassociated at this point.
Yeah,
that
I'm
happens
just gonna,
a lot
I'm
in
just
this
gonna
game.
go back to the dream. Yeah, but like art, I find fulfillment in art.
I do too.
Like any aspect of it. Like for me, it's probably a weird analogy, but like if we're going for like just baseline like happiness in the moment versus like fulfillment, it's like happiness is like a fresh glass of milk, okay? And
Ooh.
yeah, and like
What's fulfillment? Come on.
fulfillment is like learning to love the curdle.
I don't.
You really caught me off guard. Whatever you said I was gonna say, you see, I'd prefer the milk, but then you fucking said that, and I don't know where to go from here.
I don't know what to do.
Like, you mean cheese?
No, like curdled milk.
I don't think
know what
that's
that
true.
means.
Like being okay with it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You
I
lost
don't
me.
think
I
that's
don't know
what
you're talking
fulfillment-
about.
Maybe I'm just strange.
Whoa, are you Doctor Strange?
I'm Quark. I'm a quasar. I'm a quark.
Whoa, bro.
A
I'm gonna.
quasar.
That's like a.
Isn't that the guy from Hunchback of Notre Dame?
I am on my way. I can go the distance.
False.
Oh boy,
Wrong.
we're really hitting all of them.
All right, go to her. Talk to that hot little piece.
Don't
Hey!
stop.
She was a woman. Sorry, I could. I thought she was trying to steal my virginity from me. I was reading Vanity Fair, and I read that if you kill the person who took your virginity, you get it back, actually.
That's true.
It's kind of
Really?
like with the blood echoes. Yeah, and like when they walk over it and their eyes. You can tell who has your virginity in the moment based on their eye glow.
Problem is, I think it's a little bit more taboo to kill my dad, though.
Cut. Oh, please shut your eyes for him. Dude, you could get at least.
This is a strength one, right?
Yeah,
weapon
axe
is- yeah.
is pure strength, from what I understand. Oh, you did.
Oh, I forgot. You have to do
Upgrade.
it.
Haha, dum dum.
Okay, you only. I can level up 3 times, but
3
should
times, yeah. I mean, might as well.
Because I don't know. I won't have many blood echoes left. Because I do want to get vials.
Okay, maybe level up twice, see how much it costs to level your weapon once, and then use the rest.
Also, I I think you might want to get endurance over vitality, but that's usually what I do. I like having more ability.
I like having
to
a lot of
swing.
health, but I get.
In this moment, I want more health, but next I'm doing endurance.
I vibe. Also, did you? Oh yeah, because you could upgrade your weapon technically.
Yeah,
I'm
upgrade
gonna
your
try
weapon. You probably have some cold
that?
blood or whatever.
I don't even remember that because I actually didn't really play this game online when I played it.
No, I
'cause-
never
It gives it to you no matter what, though. I don't have it on.
Yo, if I kill him, do I just like win?
Spoilers, dude. Stop.
Oh, I could get it. Too.
Oh,
Yeah, it
it's
only
very
costs
cheap.
200.
Yeah, wow, that's cool.
Nice.
That's very
cool.
Well, then I can get my blood echoes.
You mean the you go to the
Oh, you know
bath,
what I meant,
the
yeah.
little
Yeah.
bird bath. Dude, do you have any accessories for? Stop! Stop!
Okay.
Oh my god,
Why?
She was in my way, dude.
she wasn't.
Oh, there's only one dude. Why is
Yeah.
he?
If you kill her, she comes back.
You could get. I would just spend the rest on them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not that many though.
It's not. But I do have more.
You
Well,
could
I could
pop
just,
like
honestly,
a cold blood
Oh, do
or
I
whatever
have
it's
one?
called.
Do
You
I
probably
have any?
do.
I wish it was like the Demon Souls way, where you have to use one at a fucking time, the whole time.
Bro, there was this when I was in California at the piano place, the fucking Steinway Hall or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, we were in the hall and we were in the factory. It was while we were in the factory.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the fucking.
Yeah, it's like a big piano company.
Got it.
The one guy who was working on them let me. The reason I remembered him is because he had one of those big noses. Like not to. I mean, I have a big nose. I'm not like.
Oh no.
No, yeah.
I'm not making fun, you know?
Just yeah.
You know, like those big noses that get like bumpy because they're so
Yeah.
big. He had like one of those, but. But he let me hammer in one piece of the piano, and like everyone was like watching and like making fun of me, and you know, and they were like, "How do you do?" And he just went, "I'll redo it." And it was so funny.
Oh my god.
Epic Are you gonna go to the cleric?
Yeah,
then?
honestly, I mean, I think the
I
+1
think
on
you're
my
ready.
weapon has done a lot. as
Yeah,
you can see.
for sure, dude.
So yeah, I'm gonna go give cleric beast.
Why don't
my-
you just go that way, like the way you were going?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
that is the
no,
fastest
that is
way.
the way I meant to go, but
Up the house.
I'll be honest. I imbibed a bit. I didn't. I don't know why I said that.
Why would you any say that? I didn't mean to say it like that.
One cool thing that happened though,
Okay, round 2.
you know how Lawrence is just like a rehash of this boss, but on fire.
Yes.
He's a DLC boss, so you
Oh,
didn't.
well, yeah, I don't know.
He's just this, but on fire. And
Okay.
by that point in the game, I was using the Moonlight Sword, and the charged R2 shoots a laser.
Uh-huh.
So when I locked onto his head and I used that a few times, I got the stun thing that you get from shooting him. So I got to do it without even using the gun.
Wow. All right,
was kinda
well,
awesome.
I'll eat my words on that one.
I'm gonna
Dude,
go
I
all
wanna.
in, because I don't really know how to parry him.
Well, if you shoot his
can't-
head a few times, he'll fall, and you could visit him.
Really?
Yeah.
That's usually true with the bosses that have distinguishable heads. Dude, I want to nestle into his rib cage. See that little space there?
Dude,
I'd be so safe.
that's how I
Holy
feel about
shit,
like
dude,
if
I
there was a
didn't know that.
really, really, really large mother, and like I could sleep in her.
What the fuck? Now my mom can't watch this.
Bro,
Bro, definitely neither can mine. She's too nice, you know.
have either of you seen Harold and Maude?
Josh has told.
No.
I've heard of it, and I know Josh just saw it. I've
Yeah,
always
Josh
wanted
was
to
talking
watch
about it, but I haven't seen it.
It's a very funny premise.
Yeah, so
What is the premise?
The premise is that there is this. Actually, this kid does something very outlandish to get his mother's attention, and because he's like a depressed youth,
Right.
but then like he meets this
Why are you kidding
this
me?
woman who
At least
is
I need
like
to- at least I need to
super
take both
life forward, and it's like that they start to like get close to each other. It's
That
a
sounds
very
interesting.
it's a really cool film.
Is it like
did you watch
heartwarming?
it?
Yes,
it
I
sounds
have
kind of heartwarming.
It is I would say it is heartwarming, but it's not like campy heartwarming.
Right, it's not, like, bad.
It's the most genuine take on disenfranchised youth finds a meaning to life. I needed to watch Harold and Maude because I've been vibing with the whole like, you know, sad moment. I think everyone has because of
Yeah.
COVID.
Absolutely.
And having a film that's just like I don't know, man. Fuck it. Who gives a shit about you in life? And it's like, oh man, you're right. I'm just gonna vibe. I'm just gonna straight out vibe.
That's kind of, dude. I want to watch that.
Oh, but the only reason why I brought it up was because there's a part where he finds this wooden like sculpture that this woman made, and he tries to like push his head through the hole. It's like a vagina. It's like a vagina symbolism. That's the only reason why I wanted to bring it up.
I see the connection now. I already forgot that I said that atrocious thing.
I said that.
That sort of reminds me of, there's this one David Lynch short film.
Oh, which one?
Where like, I forget, it's like a grandma's, like a tree vagina gives birth to a grandma. I forget what it's called.
I think it's called The Grandmother.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird one. I watched it in a state between awake and asleep. Like, you know that state where like time doesn't really pass normally because like you'll go in and out of sleep.
I like love that.
Yeah, I watched that with the lights out at night in a chair, and that was my state, and it was pretty amazing, but also like horrifying.
Oh yeah,
it was wild.
His short films are so terrifying and like just so interesting. I don't know if you've seen. I think it's called The Amputee.
Mm-hmm. They were all on. I from the library at the university. I borrowed the Criterion DVD for Eraserhead because I wanted to see it again and watch it on my PS2 because I'm an asshole.
PS2.
Yeah, and it had like all the special features was like it had like all of his short films from before Eraserhead.
Yeah, The Amputee is just about there's a woman who is writing a letter to her family back where she lives. But while this is happening, a nurse is like performing different medical operations and like cleaning her amputated leg wound.
Oh, sounds like David Lynch.
Yeah, it sounds like David Lynch. It's very interesting. David Lynch is such a fucking oh my god,
Does David Lynch have a take on games? Like publicly released?
I don't think he's ever. Well, I haven't seen any comment he's made on games. I know some of his taste in music, which always catches me off guard.
Does he like Bjork?
I'm sure he would if he doesn't, but he specifically mentioned. I watched a Q&A with him that he had on his channel. He specifically called out the song "Sweet" by Cigarettes After Sex. And it's like a very interesting song for him to like. I just never thought that he would like it because it does have a 50s influence, and a lot of 50s music appears in his
for sure
catalog.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Cigarettes After Sex is like this hazy Mac DeMarco fuck music.
Oh, I love Mac DeMarco.
So it's
That
just
sounds
like
awesome.
really interesting that David Lynch likes them. But I don't know his opinion on video games though.
Yeah, I would be interested to hear him talk about it.
Me too.
I know like George R.R. Martin had a really weird take on games, but now he's working on a game.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say,
I feel
which
like
is funny.
he's changed his mind on it.
Maybe, probably.
Because he said that he didn't think that games were art yet,
Interesting.
which I just disagree with, and I think most people do.
Yeah, I think that because for some reason, like the only thing that made people think that games were art was Journey, but like
Shadow
I
of
think
the Colossus.
and Shadow of the Colossus and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. I think fucking Galaga is art. Like I think like
what we were saying before.
Yeah, and while I mean I will acknowledge like a lot of arcade games and old games were made for the primary purpose of you putting a lot of quarters in.
Heal.
Oh boy.
Sorry, continue.
No, I.
Yeah, heal twice maybe. I would
Yeah,
pop
that's
two.
probably a good idea. But like even though the games were made with the purpose of being really hard, so people would spend a lot of money on them.
Yes.
I don't think that necessarily takes away their ability as art. While it may not have a lasting impression on me or other people, like it's not like a life-changing art, but I would say there's a lot of art that's not life-changing that is
For
still
sure.
really good, that people should watch. I said before before the recording started, I said make sure everyone's phone sound is off, and you know what? You know what this guy said to me? He said, "Oh, my phone's never on sound." Well.
God damn it.
God
okay,
damn.
What were we talking about before fucking...
like that video games have always
games,
been art. Like, it's not a new thing. I think it's a new thing to consider them art, but I don't think it's new that they are art.
I agree.
I don't think a game has to be, like, prolific to be art. It's just a very interesting thing. And, like, again, you could call it like bad art, like people who made games just to make money. Yeah, you can call that like bad art or art that's made distinctly with the idea of profit. But I don't think it takes away its identity as a piece of art.
Right. Super interesting. I think at the very least, those games are just super interesting as the history of games.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I completely agree. Actually. Very fantastic documentary on Netflix about the history of games.
Really?
Yes, it was
I
absolutely
have to
beautiful.
watch that.
There was, it's like shockingly well done, and they actually, because you know a lot of those things, they're just gonna talk to like one person from Atari, Shigeru Miyamoto, and like a few other people. Like, they're gonna talk to the people that everyone knows in games, but
bigs, yeah.
Something that I loved about that documentary was they talked about, I forget what he did. But there was this black man who was the person who developed the system for cartridges in video game systems.
But everyone forgets about him.
Because Atari just kind of did it like because they were a bigger company, so they were able to do it more.
Right.
And like basically everyone forgot about him. But they talked to his family, and there's like a whole 10-minute, 15-minute section about this man who's just been completely neglected by the history of time.
Right, and I mean that probably was at least slightly intentional.
I'm sure
at the
that
time, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm sure that it's not just random chance that he's black and that he got ignored in history.
Right.
That, but also like it
There's
just
no way
sucks
that's
like the timing because it was for the first cartridge system, like the one he developed it for, was the Fairchild Channel F. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes. Well, because I
The
watched
Atari
it.
2600 was the first one to do it that was popular.
Yes. Yes, it only took you 3-4 times to beat the easiest boss.
And that's the first boss of the game.
Yeah. I never even got that. I did pretty decent that time.
No, you did very well.
that was.
Because I don't know if you two use it, but I think, oh my god, the thing that lets you get more bullets, but at the cost of some of your blood
or life,
is such a fun
I
risk reward
don't
thing.
use the gun.
So yeah,
Because we're at like what 40?
40.
Yeah.
39, but yeah.
Endurance, strength,
That's about
vitality,
typical.
and honestly, because I've been using the gun, I'm gonna do blood tinge.
Wow.
Why not do a little pop in the blood?
Okay, we're getting a little.
Bro, you could use the
Chikage.
Chikage. That weapon seems super
Yeah,
cool.
I do want to use a weapon I've never used before. I just don't know what.
Well, you're doing a strength build, so
I
that
am.
already...
So that's a lot.
Opens the doors.
Oh, I only have 75. Actually, I could probably sell stuff. I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of items I just don't use in this game.
Yeah.
I probably should though. Maybe I should try them.
I was looking into the weapons
I don't use shining coins.
in Demon Souls last night because I'm gonna be playing that game soon probably. And there's a instead of like great swords, they just call them like long swords and then very long swords and there's or like big swords or something and there's only 2 of He looks like wait, who's that dude? Who's that like famous dude with the weird goatee?
Wait, what do you mean? Famous
God,
guy
no-
with the weird, like the guy, the lead singer of Smash Mouth?
No, not him. I don't know who it is. Huh?
Kratos?
No, I give up.
Sugar Ray?
It's called the Dragon Bone Crusher, I believe. And it's literally just the Dragon Bone Smasher. It is the perfect weapon for me, okay? That is what it looks like. It is just a huge fucking sword.
It's just a fucking rectangle.
Yeah, weapon type. Very large sword.
Shit, I can't dab over a corpse.
Thank you, Dark Souls.
You need to have pure white tendency to get it, though.
All right.
So.
Oh. All right. That's the end of this episode.
Woo. See you next time.